Hello, friends, and Shabbat Shalom. I'm here in our beautiful sanctuary, which is completely empty except for me. And I'm so looking forward to when it's going to be full again with the vibrant sounds of our community. But I also know that those vibrant sounds of our community are being heard in your home and in homes all around our area. We know this crisis is affecting all of us in very different ways. It's not easy for anyone. In fact, it's very difficult for everyone. And I know it's excruciatingly hard for some of us. And if you're in that category, all of us are joining with you in praying that this coming week will bring you healing and strength and hopefulness to you and your family. Now, I want to give you 3 suggestions for this Shabbat and this week. These are 3 things that I'm trying to do each day. Sometimes I don't succeed in doing all 3, but I at least try. The first is to be on the lookout for acts of chesed, acts of kindness, loving kindness. Because if you look, there are so many amazing acts of chesed that we can see. Like the medical professionals, including so many people in our community, who are on the front lines of bringing healing to people. Or I think of the person from our community who sewed several face masks this week to give them to the workers at the Hoboken homeless shelter to help to protect them. Or the people who've been offering to go shopping for people who can't do so for themselves. Or have been simply reaching out to friends and relatives and community members to check in with them. All of these things make such a difference. And at the end of each day, I try to identify some of the examples of chesed that I've seen or heard about earlier that day. And then the second is to be on the lookout for beautiful things in our world. Knowing that the virus is part of the natural world can make us start to think that we're living in a world that is primarily full of ugliness and destruction and suffering. There really is so much ugliness and destruction and suffering in our world, and we can see it all the more so right now. But in our Jewish prayers, we are instructed each day to find at least 100 things every day that we can be grateful for. Each day I try to take at least some moments to appreciate something beautiful in our world, from amazing things in nature to the amazing way that the human body functions when it works at its best. And so each day in my morning prayers, I try to identify something in the natural world that I haven't paid attention to before that is completely amazing, that I'm grateful for. And then third, each day I try to do something, at least something, that brings me energy and joy. Sometimes it's talking with my family, or sometimes it's studying, or sometimes it's listening to music, and often it's playing music. It's obviously going to be something different for every person. I often don't really feel like doing it when I sit down to do it, and then I sometimes will force myself to do this thing that I enjoy and find that I feel somewhat better after. It's going to be something different for every person, and I hope that you can figure out what it is for you. In our Shabbat prayers, we say the words, Uviratzoncha haniach lanu Adonai Eloheinu shelo tehei tzara v'yagon v'anacha b'yom menuchatenu. Dear God, help us as much as possible to minimize suffering and sighing during this holy day of rest. And so we pray for healing for everyone who's ill in our community, all of us who are troubled, because all of us to some degree are troubled. And we pray that this can be a true day of rest and of peace. I hope you'll join with me in singing the words of Misha Berach, a prayer for healing. Misha Berach avotinu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach bless those in need of healing with refuah shleima, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say Amen. Say shalom bimromav, uyas shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yas shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, yas shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Shabbat shalom.